我的蓝鲸的就高上去，不，今天的 Jackson 或 actually I think because the Bora has been speaking some sorts. Jackson for framework review. Let's see, what does he say? Overall shifting balance risk may so the situation just a downside risk to employment won't allow one-time increase to become ongoing problem. Um, labor market stability allow us to persist big movement to Jackson Hole. This is what we call a big movement. I think it's because the Federal Reserve has been speaking on. So I'm not so sure what he had been speaking out. Let's see what he been speaking out. Oh, really done? Damn. Oh, oh, oh. Sure, takes Friday stage, Friday the end round rolling. He will face call. will face pressure for welcome terms as he could be making his last major speech. As a vocal chair for feels that Powell offers anything. Focal point on Jackson Hole will be Powell offers any hints about the Fed's next interest rate decisions schedule for Mr. Trump. The cuts pointed out the U.S. economy. Powell has mostly shot off the pressure, emphasized the general wait and see approach, and monitor the potential impact of Trump administration. Yet, Powell also faced complicated economy pictures with recent sickness, job, and one gotcha last year. Yeah, you have this political pressure balance up against, which makes Powell job particularly difficult to Federal Reserve decline to comment on Pat Powell's speech. Uh, while it's likely to discuss our trend, virtual certain to I don't think that didn't say much about it, to be honest. But the market is a bit crazier. Seems like everyone is talking about the Federal Reserve will be cutting rates in September, I guess. That's why we can see there's a really big movement now. Oh yeah, I think I've been seeing the speech. So let's see the speech. Well, damn, it's quite long. So let me read through the speech and see what is really going on. Why the market is so damn crazy in just a moment. Dollar index has been dumped out. Even though we say that it's going higher, but shit, keep on changing the directions. The market momentum is actually changing quite fast. So it's a bit hard to speculate what is really going on in a short period of time. But right now, we do see that it's actually going back towards on 98, I guess, around 98 supporting level. So I think it's already passed out, right? 98 area, it's a bit strong support. Price do really show some support level, but not much. Seems like a really big push. 98 is actually a really strong support, so I can say. But seems like the market is actually really crazy about the what we call the Jackson Hole meeting, and the price is actually keep on going lower. That's why we can see that overall the market has been going quite huge. Today we have been giving out a short positions, and we also break even. So because I was expecting that the market is going lower, so you can see that we are breaking even on this trade. So I think it's actually quite okay lah on this one. So we just breaking even and already assuming that the market is changing directions. So it's a bit hard to trade at this moment because it's a bit crazy at this moment on time. So if we do really wanted to trade, I don't think we can trade from this market situations. I think we just need to see where is the major resistance area and do react on that area if we do really wanted to do any trades. So remember, if you do really like my content, please give us a like and subscribe. And do remember that we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from Monday to Friday from 10 to 11. Okay. So we'll be continue doing live streaming sessions every single day. So hopefully everyone can give us some support out of it because right now I think the market is actually quite crazy about it from what we call pushing high and pushing low at the same time. Oh, damn, this is really quite crazy. Ranging out and then pushing higher. This one is a bit crazy at this moment. Let's see. Price really breakthrough low. Uh, I do think the market is actually slowing down from here because this is what we call the Monday high. So this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So Monday high usually will be slowing down and going back to this lower side. So I'm expecting that the price should be going lower and see how it happens. Okay. So I'm expecting that the price should be going lower at this moment and see what is happening. Okay. So I'm expecting that price is actually holding on it. But wow, didn't expect it this crazy. The dollar index is actually also quite crazy. Hmm, damn, it's really crazy from the dollar index perspective. Keep on going lower and lower, breaking through. Seems like it's also wanted to go lower, forming a big ranging level. So my perspective is 97.985, 990. 97.990 is what we call 97.990. Yeah, it should be around here, but I don't think it's actually any changes. Because the price still really reflecting quite fast. So overall, I expecting that the price is actually wanted to go lower. Okay, so overall, I'm thinking that the market is actually quite crazy about now. What? Well, to be honest, the gold market is definitely not what I'm expecting to. I was expecting that the gold market is going what we call going lower. It seems like the market right now is changing the directions in just a snap. Oh, changing quite fast. Let's see from a monthly perspective. Uh, let's see how it turns out. Wow, this one is really hard to expect. But we do see that this might be absorptions at this moment. So the price should be absorbing it because it's actually reducing on the amount. So should be slowing down in the moment. But I don't really recommend people to do shorts, to be honest. So we just say that this might be absorptions. So after that, let's see how it happens later on. Okay. So this is what I'm thinking on it. Right now, the market upwards momentum it's slightly to slowing down and should be coming back any moment. And where is the supporting area? Okay, so let's see. Right now, I won't be advising everyone to do shorts to be honest, because the momentum is a bit high and it's a bit strong. So I only can suggest to wait for the market. It's much more calmer. Only that the trade should be much more safer at this moment. Well, the Jackson Hole meeting is actually another direction. To be honest, I was thinking the another way around, because the Jackson Hole meeting, I was expecting that something like remaining interest rate of some sort and spiking back to this low. Didn't really expect that it's spiking another way around to going higher. Dollar index is spiking really strong on the downsides. Even though I do expect that the dollar index is won't going that much higher, but wow, today the dollar index is really really a bit hard to expect in a short period of time. So yeah, seems like the gold market right now is facing through some kind of resistance and not so sure is it keep on going higher at this moment. I'm actually reading through the what we call the Jackson Hole meeting. What does Powell has been speaking on? So let's see what he's speaking on. Okay, over the course of this year, the U.S. economy has shown resilience in context, sweeping changes in economy policy in terms in today this week the market is really crazy. To be honest, it's a bit hard to trade lah if you don't have any experience to trade apart from it. Okay, so if you do really like my content, please remember to give us a like and subscribe and give us some support, okay? Because we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from Monday to Friday from 10 to 11. Later on, I will be definitely go through the notes. Seems like there's a lot of it, but I think I will be going through of it. I'm not so sure why the market's so. In conclusions, I want to thank. That's damn, it's really strong. When I appeared this more than 1 year ago, the economy is policy framework. It's built unchanged. It's built on the unchanging foundations of our conquest of maximum employment. We are remaining fully fully and reserve to our framework will support, describe how we pursue the changes we made in this review and are grounded every involving understand. We continue a bit opinion today revisions. Nothing special to be honest. Didn't expected that much movement. Oh, really big movement. For well, damn for well. Shifting balance of risk may warrant adjusting risk situations suggest that downside risk of employment rising. Shifting balance of risk may warrant adjust. Won't be allowing one-time increase to become ongoing problem. Labor markets really allow us to proceed carefully. Labor supply has often softened out in line. Shorter life tariff raise effect of reasonable base cases to highlight for well. He gave in. I didn't really expected that. Oh, damn. Didn't really expected that happen. Let's see. Labor market. So it's actually I fuck this. Will allow one-time increase become the labor market space allows a proceed carefully. It's soften in line with demand, short-lived to affect a reasonable base case. Huh? Seems like it's actually changing it. Damn, it's actually quite strong. Whoa, gold keep on flying higher. Dollar index is keep on going lower. Whoa, shit. All the technical perspective is nothing great about it. This trade is actually really strong. Price market momentum is actually quite strong. Whoa, on this market momentum, who can actually trade apart from that? This one you only can trade if you do think that the market is whoa, but this one is really ridiculous to be honest. Even though the price is slowing down, but whoa, to be honest, it's really ridiculous. I don't think we can actually trade apart from that. But eh, 'kay, so remember if you everyone do really like my content, please give us a like, subscribe, and follow us. Remember that we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from Monday to Friday from 10 to 11. Didn't expected this happens to be honest, so I might be reading through what happened. I'm also quite curious about it. Quite crazy. 51 minutes. Whoa, what the hell is happening? This is what we call information's lagging. If we do have much more early informations, I think we can actually get much more. So today, when we appear this podium, the economy was at inflection's point. Our policy rate had stood out more than a year. That restriction policy stand was appropriate to bring down inflations for plans down demand. Inflations had moved such and the labor market had cooled from its formerly um, uprise inflations. side rates inflation suspicious, but the unemployment rate has increased by a full percentage. Developer history has occurred outside recessions that historically has not occurred outside recessions. Over the subscription stand setting the stage of labor while remaining to near balance and this year the economy faced new challenges. Damn, quite strong. Not so sure what is happening to be honest, but seems like people are saying that Powell has been giving in, so that the price has been dropping that much. I think we need to have a faster information. So only that we can actually get uh more more info. 是 what the hell? Okay, seems like it's saying that it's likely to cutting 25 basis points in September. That's why dropping that much. Damn, Powell, really damn strong. Seems like from X showing us that the poll has been showing that we'll be cutting rates on September, indicate that. That's why we see that the dollar index has been dropping that much and also creating the gold market to going that much higher. But to be honest, I don't think the market will be continue to remaining that strong. So should be slowing down any moment and see how it turns out. The silver market is also what I'm expecting to. Was thinking that the market will be going ranging, but the Jackson Hole meeting is definitely a really key event. So let's see. Whoa, price really breakthrough. Yeah, seems like the market is actually going through some strong situations. Well, breaking through and breaking low high at this moment. Don't think so. Don't think so. Let's see. But to be honest, it's a bit hard to trade on this one because it's a bit hard to estimate that this news. But oh, it's actually quite crazy. Let's see. Where can we see about the market situations? Hmm. Let's see. CNBC has been live, so what are the real important events? First annual with the speech. Damn. Just wanted to see what news is actually showing us. See, right now the market is actually quite crazy at this moment. But I do think the market is actually slowing down. So the gold market should be slightly to be slowing down, but I won't be trading at this moment because the market is actually quite crazy. So should be slowing down at this moment because we do see that there's a major resistance area above and it's actually slowing down again. So it's not a really good timing to do short positions, I can say. So we keep on waiting on it. But definitely it's slowing down, but not so sure how much it's slowing down. So this is actually a really big problem. So let's see. But the dollar index is actually quite strong on the dropping side. So I think mostly because of the Powell has been speaking on. I haven't really gone through of it because I think Wall Street Journal have been giving out quite fastest, but other than that, you need to go through the long speech lah. Okay, so remember everyone, hopefully everyone can give us a like and subscribe and keep us continue to support us, okay, because we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from Monday till Friday. So give us a like and subscribe and do show us some support out of it. I think it's actually quite lagging at this moment. uh Speech for well, this is watch live. This live August 22. There's live. Okay, that's live actually. Let's see. I'm not so sure my computer can support or not. Okay. Later I go through all the data and see how. In conclusions, not quite long, but I think I'll be going through later on. But right now the market is actually quite crazy. Keep on going lower. Can't really find out where's the supporting level because once the market is actually crazy, the market will be keep on dumping it and dumping it and dumping it. So right now, I don't think we can actually trade much of it because the market is actually quite crazy. So remember everyone to give us a like and subscribe, and we'll be keep on doing live streaming sessions from Monday to Friday from 8 to from what we call 8 to I mean sorry 10 to 11. Oh, really strong. Downtrend momentum is really strong. Can't really find out where's the supporting level anymore, to be honest. I think the bottom line is actually here, 97.680. 97.680 is it's about here, should be having a strong supporting level. 98, 97.680. So I think here is actually the last area already. 98, 97.680. So should be around here is the major supporting level. This is the lowest on the second week. So usually might be holding on it. Not so sure is it possible to break through because right now the market is really irrational. So it's a bit hard to trade and support level is much more easy to break on this kind of market conditions. So it's a bit hard to trade on this timing unless you have some informations out of it. Okay. The gold market is also breaking through and continue going higher. So right now, I don't think just trying to trade different directions is actually a good thing. So I think in a short period of time, the gold market will be continue going higher and maybe breaking through this level. I think there's a higher chances might be breaking through. Hard to trade, to be honest. It's really hard to trade. Whoa, damn, didn't expected this happens. Quite strong. Who can predict on this one? Was thinking to be slowing down, but whoa, another way around. Hmm, didn't expected that. If everyone's thinking to do shots, probably it's another directions. Hmm. Okay lah, let's read through all this article and see what can we do about it and what's the solutions. Okay, let's see. Let's read through all this article because we don't have the summary version, so we might just need to read through the long versions and just digest ourselves. Okay, membership process, corporate. Hmm. Okay, so just to reminding everyone, just now we have been doing shots, but we have been putting break even. So you can see that we are actually doing shots by the really good entry level. Was thinking the price is going lower lah, but didn't expected that the price is swiping up so fast. So we have been breaking even, and the price is going back towards on the higher side. So I think this one is actually quite good from the risk management perspective. So remember, okay. So remember, if you do really like my content, please give us a like, subscribe, follow us, and do remember that we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day from Monday to Friday from 10 to 11. Okay. Wow, the market is actually quite crazy. Uh, maybe Forex Factory has update versions right now. Fire Fed could if she doesn't resign. Incredible pressure. You can hear it in Powell voice today. Trump is pushing hard. Oh, no. Thing is because a lot of people saying that Trump is pushing what? I think I'll be seeing the video later on. But right now I'll be reading the speech. Let's see how that illustration policy was appropriate to outbring the Hmm. Inflations have moved much more closer to our objective, and the labor market have pulled from its former overhead upside risk to inflation. But the employment rate has increased by almost a full percentage point. Development that history has not occurred outside over the subsequent rate. And setting the stage of the labor markets to remain its balanced near maximum. This year, the economy has faced new challenges. Let's see on the dollar index. But damn, strong, really strong. Hmm, do quite legit lah, I guess, because the what we call the news before news, the market will be forming some kind of ranging. Afterwards, we'll be giving a directions. Yeah, quite true. Let's see. I was thinking that the price is going lower, but didn't expected that it's going another way around. So it's out of my expectations. Well, and then with this issue, because modern policy can work stabilize, but can do a later structure. The labor market is a case in point. The July employment report released early this month showed that I'm not sure job growth slow over the past 3 months down to during 2000. This slowdown is much larger than just a month ago, as the earlier figures in May and June were revised down, but it does not appear that slowdown in has opened up a large margin of slack. Turning to inflations and hard tariff. Some of showing GDP is slow are reflecting slow growth potential output. Turning to inflations, higher tariffs have begun to push up prices of some category goods. Estimate based on the latest available data indicate that total PC price rose 2.6% over the 12 months ending in July, excluding volatile food and energy categories. Core PC price rose 2.9% above their level a year ago. Within the core, prices and goods increased 1.1 over the past year, and notable shift from decline since over housing service remain on downtrend, and non-housing service inflation still running at low. The effect of tariff on consumer price are now clearly visible. We expect those effects to accumulate over the coming months with high uncertainty about timing amongst the questions that matters further is whether this price increase are likely materialize based on ongoing inflation. A reasonable base case is that the effect will be relatively short-lived one-time shift. Also means that all ones will continue to take time to tariff increase to work their way through supply chain distribution network. Oh, tariff rates. Seems like what from what I can see from the data, the outcome of the economic situations, it seems like the it's actually shifting it. So usually Farrell Powell will be looking through three perspectives. One is the employment side, the second one will be the spending side. I mean, the second one will be the spending or the GDP, and the third one usually will be going through for the what we call the inflation. So the employment size is actually slowing down and the unemployment rate is actually going higher. So even though it's actually going higher, but it's not something they are really worried about it, and they do expected that the economic situations is actually output is slowing down. This might be likely to create the unemployment rate to go higher. Inflation rate perspective is also going lower as well. So the PCE and also, but they're actually thinking that the inflation side is actually accumulating effect. It's not accumulate. It's either accumulating effect or the one time thing. So right now it's actually leaning to one time thing. So from this, I can say that it's actually much more leaning to cutting rates, cutting rates. Okay, let's see. From the market situations, actually keep on going higher. Yeah, actually keep on going higher. Uh, who can expected this? Or but to be honest, I also really expected that Euro USD won't be dropping that much. To be honest, but didn't expected this to happen. To be honest, won't be rising that much and will be forming some kind of supports. Oh, didn't expected this. Once the price really reach through this one the low, then the price is actually slowing down. This is last week low. Oh, interesting. Seems like the dollar index will be keep on going lower at this time. Hard to trade, hard to trade. It's just also possible. However, the outwards pressure on price from tariff could spur a more long-lasting dynamic that this is a risk and assessment. One possibility is that the workers who see the real income decline because of higher prices demand and get higher wages from employees. I think even that the employment. I think it's because the Federal Reserve is actually tariff rate continue to involve potential but success. It also possible, however, the upward pressure on price from tariff could fall. One possible is that senior labor is not really the type. Another possibility is that the inflation's expectations could be moved up, dragging actual inflations with them. Inflation has been put above our targets. Um, Another possibility is that inflation expectations to move up, dragging actual inflations with them. Inflation has been moved our targets for more than 4 years and it's a special long-term inflation. How is it reflected in markets? Well, on go long run. Of course, we cannot take the stability of inflation especially. Come what may, we will not allow one-time increase in price level become ongoing. Mm, Price together. What are the implications for monetary policy in near terms? Putting price together, pieces together, what are implications for monetary policy in near terms? Risks to inflations and risk employment is downsides. Oh, challenging situations when our goals is our framework calls us to balance both sides on Our policy rate is now 100 basis point closer to neutral than it was here. Stably on unemployment rate and labor market measure allow us to process. So we consider um, okay, so I think we'll be ending our live streaming sessions later on and see how it's going on. But seems like the dollar index is keep on dropping because a lot of indications saying that the Federal Reserve will be cutting rates on September. So this will be keep on going lower at this time. So yeah, can't really do much about it. We only can say that the gold market is flying to the moon. Yeah, didn't expected this to happen. I think Federal Reserve is actually giving us a really strong speech that will be cutting rates, putting the pieces together. What are the implications for monetary policy? In near terms, risk to inflations due to the upsides and risk of employment is due to downsides. Employment downsides. A challenging situations upsides and employment's downside. So yeah, when our goals are in intention like this, our framework call for us to balance both sides of our deal mandates. Our policy rate is now 100 basis point closer to neutral than it was a year ago. Yeah, it's now 100 basis point closer to neutral than it was a year ago. And the stability of the unemployment rate and other measures allow us for safe category as we consider changes to our policy stance. Nonetheless, with our policy research area, the baseline outlook and the shifting balancing risk may warrant. Okay, I think this is actually giving a really strong speech, I guess. So this has been giving out the Federal Reserve to cut down the rates. A lot of people saying that Trump is actually giving out a lot of pressure to Powell, so that's why that the dollar index has been dropping that much. So I think this is one of the reasons. But well, I've been reading through. Seems like they are actually much more leaning to cut rates. That's why that we can see that this is actually a big drop. Wow, but I also expected that the price Wow, but didn't expected that the price will be going back this level. To be honest, I was expecting another way around that the price is going back to the lower sides because the economic situation is actually quite strong. The PMI is quite strong. The unemployment is also quite leaning to the inflation's rate is also remaining on the upsides as well. So I was expecting that this is another way around, but didn't expected this. So yeah, this week is actually the price is swiping high and swiping low. Uh, uh, yeah, I think the price is actually wanted to reach through this level. Maybe forming a big ranging level from here. Okay, so I think we'll be ending our live streaming session soon. So I have been looking through the news by another just 10 minutes ago, and explaining what is really happening. So this has been causing the changing shift. That's why we can see that the dollar index has been dropping. I think the most significant higher rate is the stock indexes, because stock indexes and cryptocurrency is actually a really big influence, so that's why the gold market is also dropping. I mean, the dollar index has been dropping that much. Okay. So I think today that's about it for today. So thank you for everyone watching, and give us some like and subscribe. And remember that we'll be doing live streaming sessions every single day. And see you guys tomorrow. Okay. So see you guys tomorrow.